Warrior. Outside the house with Beulah and Flo. Beulah's burning her pots and the man statue. Flo's bundled in the rocker beside her, whispering, singing, and nodding off. What is he? I ask. And after a moment, he's the guardian against the evil spirits, says Beulah. He's a warrior against the spirits, against the demons, against all that's keeping Flo down. That's right. That's exactly right. He's a protector, a guardian. Whoa! Flo looks up and cries suddenly. Letting Jesus be real. That may be how Flo got sick in the first place. I couldn't keep her inside. She loved to be out watching my pots fire. She'd run in and out, and her sick with the flu with a heavy frost on the ground. I want to tell you that if you ever been around the Lord... Beulah squats in front of her new kiln, a battered old electric oven set up on cinder blocks, poking it with her stick. The tip glows. She arranges the kindling in her warrior's lap. It flickers, strangely colored, with hints of pink, bluish green, orange. You'll remember his person. She wouldn't say much. It was all in how she moved around him and how she watched him. Beulah's warrior leans forward on his staff, embedded in coals, with a pile of burning sticks heaped on his shoulders. He hunches under them. Gradually fire builds behind him, backlighting his profile. He looks meditative, a little like the diminutive, pale thinkers, mass products in plaster picked up at the flea market, crouched on the windowsill down in Sadie's shop. Made in Hong Kong, ghostly items replicating shades, like a mountain thinker, burdened, brooding in hell on some secret enigma, some secret of Beulah's maybe, or on this fire which cooks him as he passes through it, as he seats himself in it. He's lived through the ages, Flo cries. What is this that he's leaning on? Well, that's his post, Jack. The vine on Phalo's walking stick. That's what he inspired me. He's holding on to his post, see? And now the snake appears. The snake wants the post. He's got to have it. He needs it to climb on, strike from. And now it's crawling up the post and coiling itself around it. And now it's pitted against him, eye to eye. Seems like he keeps coming back to me. I can't erase him from my mind. Seems like he's been with me always. It's like Flo sings. He's lived through the ages. Don't you ever let the devil tell you it'll get darker and darker for the child of God. Still, I can't get him, you know. Not like I seen him. I didn't make him to sell. I made him for my own satisfaction. Then the fire made him over. Made him over? I think it just happened. Happened. Didn't he turn out like you wanted? I think it just happened, Jack, Beulah repeats enigmatically. It could have been the snake. Something behind the snake. No, it'll get brighter and brighter till the perfect day. He started out tall with a straight back. First he was clear of the snake, but the heat got to him, It warped him. No, he's not what I wanted. Fire cooked him down. You see how he is. His head's bent too close to his shoulders. It scrunched him right up to the snake. It stooped him. Like an affliction. Like that rheumatoid arthritis, what it done to Cleo. Cleo? Do you mean Lightfoot? Philo's sister. Beautiful someone. There never was e'er a young woman like her in all these mountains ever. And now, you seen her. She was walking everywhere, clear into West Virginia. She could outwalk her brothers. She could outrun every man. 6 months later, she was in a wheelchair. I reckon the chicken plant done it. All that steam and grease. She never stood up again. Beulah points down at the coals. That fever must have been like a fire. It shrunk her like it done him. It warped her bones. It bowed that beautiful long neck down. Beulah grieves as she labors on, prodding the twigs with the smoking tip of her stick, trying to keep some light on him. I reckon it was meant to be, but I don't know why. No, Jack, I don't know why. In a land where there'd be no sin. And the protector, Beulah? How can he help when it's gotten to him, too? Again, Beulah pauses. Then, I can't answer that, Jack. He's only watching over all of this. He looks at the snake, and he looks past the snake, up the next stretch of trail, up here, toward all of this, all the sorrows of God's children, the trials and tribulations, the temptations, the hunger and pain. Fire's getting him ready. Fire will prepare him. Even as it cooks him down, it'll toughen him up a little. He'll need it. Beulah peers in, her gangly arms akimbo, elbows acute. She prods and adjusts the sticks, which shrivel and smolder inward and break up. Anyhow, I've got him posted. He's got to have something to hold on to. Thin slivers of coals burst and pour over him, bouncing off his head and shoulders, sliding down his chest and belly, piling up at his feet. I want a good mixture of light and dark on him, the evil of the snake and the strength of him, warped as he is. That's how I see him, like I see all of us. But why? What can he do way out here? I persist. Who can he protect against this fever, against this fire, which warps him too? I'm glad I don't doubt him. He's lost like in the night. Beulah seems to reply. Maybe though she's only following her thought. Lost, without a torch, she continues. She leans forward and looks down, stretching her long ease, whisper thin. He feels for his path with bare feet. He feels for it under the leaves. It winds into the highest mountains. It disappears. Her arms move loosely yet with precision, as limber as a girl's. She's ready for whatever happens, but keeping innocent of it too. Her warrior will be full of surprises. The flame's shadows flicker in his face, in the clear, spacious shade under the poplar, shedding his mantle of fire into the afternoon. Sadie opens the door of the house. Flo lets out a scream. Beulah doesn't seem to notice, though, absorbed as she is in her traveler on his path into the higher mountains. It sticks to his feet, she continues. It burns. Yeah, Mama, Sadie chides. He's got such little feet, I'm afraid they'll break. And that'll be the end of him. The pace could be a trap, Beulah continues, bemused. Watch out, Mama. He cracks and it's dust unto dust, Sadie mutters, approaching. There's no big difference that-a-way between him and the mortal man. Sadie laughs eerily, quoting and mocking her mother. Clay to clay, back to the earth. Oh, yes. That's a loss. I got my customers. They pay me good money. I don't know why folks like these silly little statues. I guess it makes a good conversation piece or something. Strange blue-green flames flicker from the poplar sticks and curl around his head. He darkens slowly in the fire, brooding and lonely, yet colorful. Sadie, child, cries Beulah. Come here, honey. Look here now. Just look. I bet you never saw nothing like this before. Oh, I know what fire is. I've seen fires. I'm not interested in your little men sitting in fires, Mama. I'm interested in the money they sell for. Sadie stands to the side. The flame shadows flicker in the dappled branches around her, trembling in the breeze, isolating her stillness. There's something menacing and yet mournful in her rigidity, her refusal to be moved, to share in Beulah's pleasure in her warrior, in his inferno. A pathos of defiance and loneliness. Grimly, with her neck half bowed, she stares down at her mother. It's not good for you to get too wrapped up in what you're doing, Beulah. You're riding for a fall. Oh, leave me be. Leave me in peace, Sadie, please. You're liable to break up something again. We can't afford to crack another piece. Now don't you go getting excited, Mama. Somebody'll pay good money for that ugly old thing. I can't see why, but they will. Beulah's head droops. She squats immobile, contracted, her skinny wrists dangled between her knees, her elbows tucked into her sides, her head limp. She twists the tip of her green poplar stick into the dirt. Small bits of charcoal break off. She works them into the soil with overlapping circles, prodding the dirt. The charred tip smolders. Smoke rises like talcum through the soft earth film, puffing airily downwind. Beulah draws on, mesmerized. Sadie towers over her stiffly, staring down on her. He sets the prisoner free. Oh, leave me be, Sadie. Gazing away into the garden, wearily and cautiously, as if with the last strength in her failing body, Beulah sketches a new form, a new dream, with her crumbling stick in the smoking soil. His blood avail for me, Flo sings. Just go in the house and leave me alone, please. No, Mama. I don't get much out of life. Why do you want to take what little joy I have? This means a little something to me. Oh, Sadie, Sadie, I ain't got much left that does. I can't. I got an interest in these pots. I fired them and I got to sell them. I got my customers to think about. Leave. Oh, leave me be, please. Just leave me in peace, Sadie. Please. Just go back in the house. Please. I'm really worried about you, Mama. I can't just leave you here alone. You're thinking about them too much, these silly ideas your fool of a friend's got you into. You all are going to break them. Those pots are important, 'cause they bring in an income. You got so you can make a pretty good pot, Mama. But you're an old woman and you get forgetful. You forget what matters. You lose track of things. Then old Jack there gets you to talk in dreams. You get lost in dreams, Mama, and your pots develop hairline cracks. And cracks mean dollars. I wish we were back to counterfeiting relics. Now, there was something mysterious about that. Something dangerous. We were all in it together. It kept us close. We were all equal then. We were always afraid of being caught. I wasn't, says Beulah. I never hid what I done from nobody. Beulah bows her head and keeps it down. Oh, Sadie, she whispers, you will squeeze the joy out of me, every drop.